Hey beautiful ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Pasha Bell and I am passionate about empowering women to live their best lives, not just in their personal growth, but also in their relationships. If you're aiming to date for a serious relationship, not just games, this video today is for you. If you aim for a relationship that leads into marriage, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into a question that I know many of you have. Is it right for women to ask to be in a relationship with a man or even ask a man out on a date? Now, I know this is a question that can spark serious debates, but I want to approach it from a Christian perspective and talk about how that fits with the role of men and women in relationships, but also how confidence, self-respect, and self-worth play a role in dating. So let's get right into it. When we look at God's design for relationships, we see that men and women are created in equal value and worth, but we see different roles in the context of marriage. In Ephesians 5:22-25, the Bible tells us that husbands are called to be the leaders in marriage, just as Christ is the head of the church. This means that the man is to take on a role of responsibility, of love, of sacrificial leadership in the relationship. This leadership is not about control, domination. It's about loving guidance, protection, and direction. So when it comes to dating, traditionally, it's the man's role to take the initiative. Now, this doesn't mean that women have no voice or value in the process, but it does mean that God's design for a relationship typically involves a man pursuing a woman, just like Christ pursued the church. Now, as women, we have a role to play as well. We're called to be confident in who we are and trusting God's timing. Proverbs 31:25 tells us that a woman of God is clothed with strength and dignity. And that strength includes knowing our worth in Christ. While we may be confident, bold, and strong, that doesn't mean that we need to step into a man's role of leadership when it comes to dating. I understand that sometimes we may feel like taking the lead, but it's important to remember that God has set the man as the leader in relationships. A woman can express her interest or even give encouragement, but the man should be the one to make that first move. When we trust God and allow the man to lead, we're not just following traditional roles, we're also honoring his design for relationships. And let me be clear on this point, ladies. When I talk about confidence and expressing your interest, it's not about desperation or chasing the man. It's about knowing that you don't need a relationship to feel complete. You're already whole and valuable in Christ. High value men are attracted to women who value themselves, who are not afraid to be confident and authentic. Personally, though, I would prefer to give clues to a man to show him that I'm interested rather than asking him out to show that interest. That's always how I rolled, and the one time that I asked a man out, it did not work out well. Now, that's not to say it will be the same case for you if you did. Of course not. It's just a personal preference, and I will share some practical tips at the end of this video for those of you who prefer to ask a man out. For the short story though, I asked the guy out to prove to my sisters that I could date someone, because for a while they thought something was wrong with me. I preferred staying busy indoors, never really liked meeting people. I was single for a while. So I was attending the same school with this guy whom I thought was cute. And he was nice, always asking for my notes whenever he missed a class. And so I asked him out for lunch. Fast forward, we kept talking, never really got official, though he wanted to, but I lost interest along the line because it felt like I was babysitting someone's son. He hardly took any initiatives. If we went out, it was usually my idea. His life choices in no way aligned with mine. He still lived with his mom, and he was such a mama's boy, and that was so exhausting. You see how desperation and wanting to prove something to someone can lead you into the wrong man. Yeah. But girl, when I met my boo, yes, you were. That man is man enough. He always takes the lead. I don't have to worry about a thing. Now, of course, I contribute with my ideas and play a role. That's after he asked me out 1, 2 times. Because, yes, honey, a king has to chase his queen. Queen treatment activated. Queen treatment activated. Queen treatment activated. Queen treatment activated. Queen. Let me be serious, okay? Okay. Back to being serious, girls. Seriously, ladies, you should never feel obligated to express interest by asking a man out. But if you decide to ask him out, it should be out of a place of self-love, not a desire for a validation or approval. Well, that was my experience. Like I did. Don't do that. And understand that he can say yes or no to you. He is free to. Regardless of his answer, though, you're still a valuable woman of God, and you have shown courage by expressing your interest. You're worthy of love and respect simply because of who you are in Christ. And when you walk in that truth, you will naturally attract someone who sees and appreciates that. Now, here are some few tips if you're thinking of expressing your interest by asking a man out. Here's how to do it in a way that's respectful, confident, and not desperate. Start with a casual conversation. Maybe mention a fun event or an activity that you're planning and ask him if he would want to join. Be clear, but not aggressive. You don't have to make a grand gesture. Sometimes just saying, hey, I'd like to grab coffee sometime is all you need. Keep it light. Don't put too much pressure on the situation. It's just a date. It's not a lifetime commitment. Respect his answer. Whether he says yes or no, respect his decision and move forward gracefully. Now, if you're wondering, how do I give him clues if I would rather not ask him out? I have a few clues for you that you can use, depending on where you usually see him and the circumstances, of course. Smile. A smile is everything. A smile brightens someone's day, and a smile makes us attractive too. So if you meet him in the hallways, for example, on a street, in your apartment building, smile at him when you come across him. Of course, not in a creepy way. I'm not saying as he's coming all the way from there, you're already like, as you're coming across him, just give a quick smile. And you can add a greeting to that. Hello, hi. And depending on the circumstance too, if possible, are you doing all right? It's okay to ask strangers, are you doing all right? It's okay to say hello to strangers. So yeah, you can smile and say, hello. Are you both attending the same university, the same school? Ask for his notes every time you need notes. Yes, target him to ask for notes. Well, hopefully he's a good student who always takes down his notes. That would be great. And when you get his notes, compliment his writing. People love compliments. And to that, I would say, if you happen to come across him, you can compliment anything about him. Oh, nice shirt, nice shoes, nice pants. People love compliments. Another thing is make sure that your eyes meet most times that you come across each other. You know, not in a creepy like psycho way, like just staring at someone in the eyes. No, but you know, like in a cute way. Like if you are in the same classroom, for example, if you see him about to turn in your direction or something like that, you can purposely just like look at him, and if your eyes meet, then you're like, "Ooh, you didn't mean to look at him." But yeah, like just make sure that your eyes meet each other. And if you both often have eye contact, at some point he himself would probably start talking to you. Not necessarily to ask you out, but just for the fact that he kind of feels familiar to you because you often have that eye contact, he will make a first move to talk to you at some point. Also, if you need help with anything, ask him. Men love when we ask them for help. And again, it depends on the circumstance, where you both are. But one of the things that I noticed that men love being asked help for is technical stuff. They really like to help with things like that, or mechanical stuff. Oh yeah, like if you have, like let's say your car has an issue, you can ask him for help. He may not be good with cars, but he would still try to see if he can check one or two things and maybe suggest like, oh, you can call this person. But yeah, or another thing that men love being asked help for is getting something that's like at the top of a shelf. Like if you're shorter and he's taller, again, it depends on the circumstance. Of course, it's not the same circumstance for everyone. So this example may not necessarily apply for you. But if you're trying to reach something that's like high up there, you can ask him, hello, can you help me? I'm trying to grab this book on the shelf in the library. Girl, he would gladly help you. Yes, putting his height to use and feeling like a man. And the next one, if you both often come across each other in the hallways, you can drop your book or drop something on the floor, and then he will come pick it up for you. You know, like in the movies. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. That last one was a joke. Imagine if you come across him in the hallway and you drop a book or something hoping that he will help you pick it up. And he just keeps walking like nothing happened. Girl, that's like so funny. I wish that in a movie they would do a scene like that where she drops something and she hopes that the guy will pick it up and he doesn't even help her pick it up. Because most times they always do that whole cliche stuff like, oh, she drops it and he picks it up for her. Oh, it's so romantic. Butterflies. But there you have it, ladies. Ultimately, the Bible teaches us that men are called to lead. And while there's nothing wrong with expressing interest, trust in God's timing and plan. At the end of the day, whether you decide to ask a man out or not is entirely up to you. A high value man will recognize your worth and pursue you in a way that reflects God's love and leadership. Keep your focus on becoming the woman that God has called you to be and trust Him with your relationships. In our next video, we will be talking about dating etiquettes. I will also be showing you some examples of outfits that you can wear when you go on a date. And also, ladies, let me know in the comment section if you would want me to do some examples of dating etiquettes in an actual restaurant. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, I cannot wait to be your model in the next video. So I hope you stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video today. I hope it gave you some clarity on God's beautiful design for relationships. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care and stay blessed.